Hi, everyone. Welcome to another week of Oracle Meditations with MARKANNA Wellness. I'm Anna,
My name is Mark.
and today we are using our Shadows of Light deck.
Yeah, we've got a new cedar smudge we've been using. It smells so good. So we've cleansed the deck with that, cleansed our space a little bit. What was that you were reading about yesterday about smoke and smudge?
Like white sage smudge, as well as cedar and some other herbs. When you burn that in the house, it does have antibacterial properties for the air. So that's really good to be able to clear out, the things in the air that we don't really want to be there anymore. So yeah.
And yeah, it just made me think more about too how smoke has been used forever, to help cleanse space or used for ritual. Um, and ceremony. So we love to keep that tradition going by cleansing the air, cleansing our cards. So let's see what the Shadows of Light have to say today. I've always loved this oracle. It always has a really good message for us. So let's see what today. Okay. Oh, how about sovereignty? So self-empowerment.
What number is it?
That is number 8. So I like number 8. So self-empowerment, sovereignty. Number 8, 8 in tarot is the strength card. So that kind of correlates with that a little bit.
It says, I am borderless, guided by the sun, at home in the skies, led by an instinctive knowing of my own freedom. I need great strength to lift myself from the earth. Once I rise, I'm carried effortlessly by the momentum of the wind. I'm unobstructed by the confines of the land below. Seeing my target, I know my power to get exactly what I want. Trust in your power.
Man, trust in your power. Wow, that feels really good today. Especially, I don't know if you guys, this happens to you ever, but I feel like sometimes, like today especially, I woke up today and most days so happy and excited. But I had like this feeling just come over me, and it wasn't like anything anyone did, but I could feel like this just heaviness come over me, or I don't know if it was just tired or, probably all the things, like just trying to let my mind wrap itself around all the things like I need to do and take care of. So sometimes those things can feel heavy and we don't feel as powerful almost, but it's good to remember our sovereignty, our self power, so we can recognize, like, when those heavy feelings or emotions come in, how can we tap back into that self empowerment to snap ourselves out of it, to bring ourselves back to the feelings we want to maintain or want to represent. Because I feel like we are just flying high. We are like that eagle with that sovereignty, that self power. We're just blowing in the wind, just flying to our next thing because nothing's really holding us down or holding us back. So this morning, that was present for me a little bit. And I know that just happens with all of us from time to time. Just life, the outside world can start to feel heavy. But really, internally here, we are light, we're happy, we're a free spirit. So today's meditation, let's work on finding that sovereignty inside, that inner sanctuary. So let's just take a moment here to close our eyes. If you want to leave your eyes open, you can. We don't have to meditate with our eyes closed. Sometimes that just helps us tap into our inner sanctuary, kind of getting rid of that outside distraction by closing the eyes. Finding that comfortable space here just to take a few minutes to tap in to our breath and really just to tap into whatever emotions are present. Maybe we do have some heavy emotions, some feelings that we need to meet. We need to recognize and just bring some love and compassion to that energy that feels like it's pulling us away or making us feel heavy. When we don't bring awareness to these emotions or these sensations we have, we so easily just kind of block them by putting our attention into something else that is outside of us instead of tapping into what that really means, what that feels like, trying to get to the core meaning of that sensation before we try to push it away, before we try to just cover it up, because all that's really going to do is get stored in our body. And we want to keep that inner sanctuary clear. We want to keep it fresh so we can fly. So, whatever feelings are present, just allow them to be there, to just be the witness. And start to tap into that inner sanctuary. I like to think of my inner sanctuary as being in my heart or around my heart, because this is where I tap into that compassion, where I find that joy. It's always right here, ready for me, right around my heart space. So start to draw all your awareness, all your energy, maybe into your heart, letting the weight of that outside world fall off your shoulders. Trying not to hold any tension here in your face. Start to bring that vibration of your heartbeat into your mind. So we want to make that connection of this compassionate heart to our thinking mind. So when those emotions start to arise here in our body, they seem to jump right into the mind and we start to try to figure it out. But maybe send that emotion into the heart space, into that inner sanctuary where that joy and compassion is just waiting to meet whatever's coming in. So even these heavy emotions or heavy feelings really just want to be noticed and seen. They don't want to linger and hang out forever. They're really just here to show up, to help remind you of your inner power, to show you how to engage and release conflict that may meet us at any moment. It may arise here in our body. So as you let those emotions of joy and compassion meet anything the outside world tries to throw at you, just remember, as long as you can recognize and bring awareness to the shift, to the change, the sooner you notice that starting to happen, the sooner you can bring in that compassion to that emotion and even to those thoughts that start to drift and carry you away into all types of reasons or meanings. Let that all fall away into that heart of compassion and ask your heart, what is it that you really need to know or see in this moment? Allow the meditation, the stillness, really just the observation of what's going on here in your body. And with each exhale, we want to mindfully release stress, release heavy emotion. And by doing that, we just witness, we give that emotion or thought a hug, and we say, I see you. And then I release you on that exhale. So that each inhale you draw in, we're increasing that inner power or awareness to melt away any of those negative emotions, negative thoughts. We don't have to hold on to those, but we do have to be the witness of those. So it all works hand in hand. You can't send it away without first receiving, without giving that compassion to all that exists here in your world. So we can find that release, that understanding of just where we are in this moment. So taking a few more deep breaths here in through the nose, and maybe you exhale out of the mouth. Big inhales in through the nose, exhales, release that heaviness. Big inhale, exhale, release that stress. Now, as we start to come back, opening our eyes, today, just as you move through your day, just remember to notice the little shifts. Every time you start to bring your awareness more into the shift of the feeling or emotion, the easier it is to bring yourself back to who you truly are. In that inner sanctuary in your heart is where that's all living and ready to just blossom and explode out. But the outside world wants to kind of crush you down to where it feels like you don't know what to do or where to go. Sometimes we just have to find that stillness, just remember who we are, how far we've come, and that really all we can do is what is right now. So bringing that highest good into our life, bringing that energy of sovereignty. Thank you so much for practicing this meditation with us. We're so really just thrilled to be doing this. It's so exciting to really put that, not pressure, but that responsibility on ourselves to do this for us, really to make these videos for us to get this energy out of us and just to share it with you. It really helps uplift us and inspires us to do this more.
Thank you.
Mhm.
If you aren't already, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at MARKANNA Wellness. And if you're local to OKC, we do have some fun workshops going on for this month of June. And I've also added our July calendar onto the events tab of our website, so you can check that out. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you.